We are going to talk about what is psychology. Psychology, in general, when we try to understand, then we say that it is the science of behavior or the science through which we try to study or to explain the human behavior. So, overall, the best definition, which is coming with the time and today, which is getting used, says that psychology is a positive science of experiences and behavior in relation to the overall adjustment of the organism to the environment. It completely says that it's not only a science, rather it is a positive science. Like we are trying to focus on the positive aspects of the psychological symptoms and psychological behavior and all. Those persons who deals with it are called psychologists, and psychologists are like sometimes they are considered as someone who is telling the future, someone who is knowing everything of the world, but it's not like that. Psychologist is someone who has just tried to study the subject psychology, and on the basis of his own experiences he is trying to identify the features of different symptoms and phenomena which is taking place. And it is not only always possible that someone, if he or she is showing like altered behavior or abnormal behavior, only then he or she can consult the psychologist. Psychologist is someone who, when try to understand and to explain the human behavior on the basis of that, it is not only in the case of problems, but it is always like if you want to do anything, if you want to optimize your performance, you must get some consultants from someone who has studied psychology. On the basis of that, he or she can explain the phenomena, that what is going on, how it is going on, what can be done in better manner, this and that. So a study of psychology somehow tells us that how we can understand the human behavior very well, and if we are able to understand the human behavior up to any level, then on the basis of that we can explain certain situations and phenomena, and we can get the solutions out of that. That's why it is a positive science. Although psychology sometimes are like we people who say whether it is a science or it is an art. So art in the sense like it deals with various phenomena, so it can be an art because it is very flexible. But if I can say that it is science, then yes, it is science because it is scientifically explained. Because whatever is going on in our body is all related to science, and what the overall thing which is really dealing with all kind of factors is psychology. So psychology is also called a science. And when we talk about it, various goals and objectives of psychology, then we can say that overall goal or objective of the psychology is to describing the behavior. And the second thing is understanding the behavior. First thing is describing the behavior. If something is going, we are describing it. The second thing is that we want to understand that why this behavior is taking place. So while understanding the behavior, we try to qualitatively classify it, quantitatively classify it. Qualitative means on the basis of some attributes we are trying to classify it, but quantitative means where on the basis of numbers, figures, we are just trying to make some clarifications that yes, this is the why reason why the behavior is happening. And in overall we can say that through this we want to predict, like whatever is going on at present, on the basis of this we want to predict that what can happen in future. And overall, if the things are going beyond the standards, then we can also work for controlling it. So overall, prediction of the behavior is one of the most important thing through which we can achieve the goals of psychology. That yes, we try to understand the behavior, we try to explain the behavior, and we are just predicting few things, that if today he is doing this, then tomorrow it is doing this. But it's not something which is related to astrology. It's something that only works with the behavioral patterns. That today if you see I'm angry, so you can expect that yes, next time when the same kind of situation will happen, definitely he or she become angry again. And overall, it works for directing the behavior by controlling the conditions and situations within and outside the individual. If somehow we are trying to analyze the things, analyze the behavior, so definitely on the basis of that analysis we just try to predict, we just try to control, and in all we just try to develop a positive science through which things can be done beautifully. So overall we can say that psychology is definitely a positive science of experiences and behavior, and in relation to overall adjustment of the organism to the environment, where an individual affects other individual, an individual affects the society, society affects the individual. So in various ways, overall impact which comes to us is that psychology is a science of human mind. Psychology is a science that explains the behavior of a human mind. Psychology is a science of mind. And in overall, we can say that yes, psychology is the need of the hour, that everyone must understand what exactly his or her own psychology is. That's very important.